Hi, Firestarter here, and welcome to my top 15 Kamen Rider Super Sentai series in s.h.figuarts for 2010 December ending to 2011. I was thinking of doing just 10 because there are a lot really tremendous number of s.h.figuarts that has been released for the past year. I opted to do at least 15 top 15 s.h.figuarts that has been released in 2011. These are all Kamen Rider and Super Sentai figures related or was released in 2011. The first 14 is not in particular order, so it's not like if I mention first figure that would be the top, but I would show you the best s.h.figuarts that has been released in 2011. First on the list is Kamen Rider Eternal. For me, you can look way past the nitty-gritty of things and see the whole picture that Eternal is a keeper. Double fans would also like to see it that way. He may not be the best SHF for 2011, but he is a must to collect. Eternal, by the end of the day, I would say is not for everyone. But if you are a completist, I suggest to start hunting because Eternal may not be here forever. Next is Kamen Rider Dark Kiva and Kiva Emperor Form. s.h.figuarts Kiva Emperor Form and Dark Kiva remain one of the best looking figures in 2010 to 2011. As many Kamen Rider double figures flood the shelves. Sorry Double, though your world has been interesting and probably loved by most Toko fans, but you won't share the same spotlight as I hold for them. Third on the list is Kamen Rider O's Tajadol combo and effects part set. I would say that the qualms that I had with other O's figures have been corrected with Tajadol, and I applaud Bandai in making these improvements. Tajadol is one of the best looking releases to date and may be part of my top SHF Kamen Rider releases in 2011. Wait, it's already part of my top Kamen Rider releases in 2011. Tajadol is really freakingly awesome. This figure is highly recommended, especially to O's fans, and you'll definitely won't regret making the purchase. It more exciting. Add Tajadol effects part to your set. Effects parts are simple to snap in and brings SHF Tajadoru to new heights and more enigmatic, especially to those who hold the figure. At 2,300 yen, it is a little bit price to pay to really let your SHF Tajadol find the power within. To Bandai, step forward and take a bow. Next is Kamen Rider Axle Trial. Since the toy is lean, unlike previous bulky figures, it allows free movement on the joints, and the only thing that will hinder you is your imagination. The details are superb, and I can't complain with this toy because simplicity is the best form of beauty. Next on the list is Kamen Rider Fai's Blaster Form. As a Fai's fan, I would definitely recommend my favorite rider. Its accessories makes Fai's form worth your buck. But be warned that the lack of interchangeable hands and missed paint apps falls down on the food chain for the best SHF for 2011. Without surprise, it's Samurai Sentai Shinkenger figures. The first Super Sentai on the s.h.figuarts toy line, starting with Shinken Red aka Shiba Takeru. Just like any other first, the toy line is both epic and paves the way for improvements. However, the downside was having Takeru and Shinken Gold as regular released figures and the rest of the team as Tamashii Web Exclusives. These had collectors put on offense whether the first SHF Super Sentai was worth buying. Next is Pirate Sentai Go-Kaija. Go-Kaijers are improved versions of Shinkengers. The uneven paint apps of Shinkengers on the shoulders and the articulation points have been improved. Moreover, the addition of the Gokai Darins per pirate made them feel like exclusives with an affordable price tag. Kamen Rider New Den-O Strike Form. I'm actually crying with joy when I finally have in my possession the s.h.figuarts Kamen Rider New Den-O Strike Form. Looks better and feels like than its original Bandai and Yahoo exclusive release. The first release was really rare and you'll curse how much it costs nowadays, especially on eBay. It's definitely ridiculous. Now we overturn your frown to a smile as Bandai is kind enough to bring us a release of Strike Form once again with additional knickknacks. As they say, great things comes to those who wait. The wait is over, my friends, and ditch the online trading store as the SHF Kamen Rider New Den-O Strike Form is back with a vengeance and better than ever. So grab yours today or you might lose this chance again. Next is Kamen Rider Skull Crystal. There's nothing to add to this beautifully engineered articulation points. Rest assured that the true quality of Bandai's s.h.figuarts line is neatly maintained. All I can say is that having him pose in different angles is a sight to behold. A lot of other toy manufacturers are taking notes on these joints and making it a standard platform for their upcoming releases. Skull continues to be a favorite Kamen Rider in the Kamen Rider world. I highly recommend getting your own, and I'm sure you'll find Skull Crystal worth your every penny. If you haven't gotten the first release, this is your chance. If not, you will be going back to the Den-O search all over again. Next is Kamen Rider O's Greed figures. All of the s.h.figuarts Greed have been great. Probably the only Kaijin Figuarts that tops the list. It's true shame that I cannot say with other O's forms except probably Tajidol or Putotera Combo. I see that these will be part of other people's top 10 list. I do recommend getting these figures. The only problem is the price point that would definitely turn you off. Then we go back to the Showa Riders, Kamen Rider Ichigo and Nigo. When I started collecting SHF Kamen Riders, I vowed only to get Heisei Riders and not Showa Riders. But something changed my mind. As a toy reviewer, I should be updated on all collections of that line. As almost a year has passed, SHF architecture and precision engineering got better, especially with the dawn of Showa Riders, starting with Ichigo and Nigo. Articulation points are almost perfect. Why do I combine the two? They have the same parts, the same joints, with the exception of the sword from Ichigo. It is hard not to combine the two as they are like hell hoppers from yesteryears. They're definitely inseparable. Axle Booster is a nice addition to the SHF Kamen Rider double lineup, and it looks as handsome despite the fact I hate the color yellow. Nothing can be helped about it. Axle came with interchangeable hands and the same engine blade you had with the other two axles. The bonus is the Redux axle head and as big as Kamen Rider Axle Booster. To be honest, it's either you love it or you hate it. But overall, he is a decent Axle as decent as Axle Trial with new mode and an extra remolded head for Axle. Almost did not make on the list because I never had it before. It just came in 2011 is Kamen Rider Double Cyclone Joker Gold Extreme. The box print is not incorrect, but this is more highlighted with the O's movie. For the first time, netizens saw this transformation in the movie. It seems like everyone wants one. It is just because of the wings or because Double was a phenomenal Kamen Rider series to date? Well, definitely the allure of the eyebows are impeccable. Going through the end of 2011 is Kamen Rider Den-O Climax Form. Tamashii Nation's 2011 event gave us one more Den-O with Climax Form. This gave us an early close idea on how Den-O sword form will look like in the future. The parts were nice, the mold is definitely superb. I had qualms on the marks scratching the surface of other accessories, but everything else, I love it. Climax Form makes me more excited to see what Super Form and other Imagine-induced transformations would look like. So bring it on, Bandai! And with no further ado, my number one s.h.figuarts figures, yes, there are two, for 2011. These are Kamen Rider Ryuki and Kamen Rider Knight. These two figures created such ruckus in the tokusatsu world, probably the most newsworthy announcement ever discussed on the net. It is like a bright and shining light that has lit upon those who are clamoring for more past Heisei riders to join the foray of Kamen Rider figures in the SHF line. From the gods and goddesses of Toei Toku Heaven, Bandai heard our plea and presented their version of Kamen Rider Ryuki and Kamen Rider Knight, the answer to Figma's Kamen Rider Dragon Knight series. So that concludes my 2000 best 2 SHF figures for 2010 to 2011. I know some of you guys didn't agree on some of the lineup I just did, but if you have other suggestions of or other figures, SHF figures that should be on the list, do send me a shout out and do send your comments down below after the description page. So that concludes also my season 1 of Firestarter Story Reviews. I'll see you all in 2012. Again, this is Firestarter. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on my next review.